guys, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit different than normal. We are going to be making a mole estilo Oaxaca, and I'll be doing a voiceover instead of being on camera. But this delicious recipe is going to be nice, smoky, super sweet, and if you're interested, please keep on watching. So this recipe calls for 1 whole chicken chopped up. You're going to be needing about 4 to 5 pieces of garlic along with 1 small onion. You're going to also be buying a Doña Maria mole that's already made. It's a really lifesaver and time saver. You're going to have some chocolate Abuelita, and along with that we're going to have some salt and some peanut butter and some peppercorns. So we're gonna go ahead and boil some water. I usually like to do half of whatever pot I'm using. For this one I'm using about 10 cups. We're gonna be adding the peppercorn and the salt. Adding the garlic and the onion. We're gonna go ahead and let that sit for a little bit while we start adding our pieces of chicken, and make sure to add each piece of chicken individually and not just pour it in from the bowl where you washed it. This will prevent any of the dirty chicken water getting into the new fresh broth that we're making. Once that is all set, we're gonna go ahead and let it boiling for about an hour or so. So our next step is to make some Mexican rice. We are making 2 cups of rice, and just remember that for every 2 cups of rice, more or less it's gonna be 4 cups of water. So we're just gonna go ahead and let this toast a little bit in some olive oil. We're gonna mix it around until it's nice and golden brown. So your ingredients, you're going to need some minced garlic, some onion, and 2 tomatoes, and you're going to go ahead and blend all that together, and that's going to be our sauce for our Mexican rice. We're going to go ahead and pour that sauce into our rice and just mix it really well into the golden rice. So now that our chicken is done, we're gonna go ahead and use some of the chicken broth that we just made and add that to our rice. We're gonna be adding 4 cups of chicken broth because we made 2 cups of rice. So add the 4 cups and then just stir it well. Make sure it's all nice and mixed. And we're gonna be using some chicken bouillon, about a tablespoon, to add a little bit more flavor and more seasoning to our rice. We're going to add a little bit of cilantro as our topping. This will definitely give it a little flavor, a little kick, and just, I don't know, I think it looks really pretty. Go ahead and cover it, and we're going to let it simmer. Make sure to bring it down to a low, and this should be simmering for about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Make sure that you just keep an eye on it and you're checking that the water isn't bubbling, and it should be done. Okay, so coming back to our mole, we're gonna get some chicken broth from the one that we already made. We're gonna be using that, about 2 cups of that, to add and mix in our mole. So get a new pot, you're gonna add your broth, and then we're gonna be adding the Doña Maria mole. Okay, so once your Doña Maria is in, try to dissolve it a little bit. This will help the process of mixing everything together. We're going to be adding in our peanut butter, and then again mixing a little bit as we go. And then once we have our peanut butter added, we will be adding our chocolate Abuelita next. once you have this mixture, just make sure to constantly keep mixing it. It's going to be a little while for the chocolate to melt, but the flavors will definitely be mixing up and looking super delicious. Make sure to keep the fire to a medium-low. This will make sure that the mole doesn't get burnt and that you have a good consistency in your mole. We're going to be adding another 2 cups of chicken broth to this mix. You are more than welcome to add more water if you want it a little bit more runny, or less water if you want the consistency to be a little bit more thick. I would recommend you doing it based on your choice. I mean, you could want it either way. So this is how beautiful our mole will turn out. It honestly smelled so amazing. It was super creamy. And once we have that, we're gonna be adding the pieces of chicken that we boiled earlier and just add them in there. Now this is something where you could either add it into the mole, you could serve it separate and then just pour it over. For this recipe, we're gonna be adding it to the mole. Another thing you could also do is shred the chicken and make enchiladas de mole instead of serving it by itself. You could do so many things with this. Totally up to you how you want to serve it, but just I guarantee you that it's going to be delicious. Alright, so once it's all in there, we're going to go ahead and cover it up a little. We're going to wait for the rice to finish cooking, and we'll be right back once all this is done. Alright, so it's time to serve. Look how beautiful and delicious that looks. The mole is a nice, very light spice. Now, if you want your mole to be a little bit more spicy, my mom recommended to add less of the chocolate Abuelita. The rice consistency came out nice, not smushy, not too hard, just a nice, perfect rice to go along with your mole. And there we have it, guys. That is the mole. How beautiful is that? So if you want to see more of these videos, please let me know. I don't know if you guys enjoyed this voiceover effect or not. But yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.